All right, we'll take a look at creating the the wheel assembly. There are 5 parts in this, but the fact that this axle support is used twice, you only need to make one of them. From our other assembly, gave the demonstration that essentially it's like an endless parts bin. Once we have that component, we can bring it in over and over and over again. There's no sense in making 2 of these. With these cylindrical parts, one of the key aspects is that we can use revolve. If we have a central axis and we make a profile sketch, we can revolve it around the central axis. All of these parts are in millimeters as well. So you can set up ahead of time knowing that the next 4 parts that you are going to be creating are in millimeters so that we can, you don't have to change it every time. So we'll take a look at creating each part and then creating an assembly. And based on the spacing, one of the assembly features is we're going to be putting in some distances to center that wheel and axle between these axle supports. So for this one, we'll start here with the top plate in millimeters and we'll work from there. So we'll start with a new part, and it's in millimeters. So knowing that these next couple parts are in millimeters, you can set this up as your default so you don't have to change it every time. If you're still comfortable changing it, please do, but make sure that you are using the correct units. All right. Ready to go. Top plate. Front plane. Couple rectangles, knock this corner off, and then there is a section here in the middle. The overall height is 16, 4 millimeters down, 4 millimeters up, and 4 millimeters up. The distance in on the side is 37, and 37. The groove through the middle is centered at 44 millimeters from both sides. We have an overall width of 82. By using our fillet tool to round these corners off, we can automatically find the centers. So we'll round these 4 corners off at 12 millimeters. By doing so, when I go to sketch circles, if I hover over the arc, I will find the center. And that distance in from the edge is 12 millimeters. Just double checking. And then all the holes are the same size. All these holes are a diameter of 11. And I'm going to set an equal relationship. They are all equal. I'm going to just double check, make sure this hole is centered as well. Yes, we are concentric. There we go. And these get cut. So material is specified. This part is cast iron, and it is machined. all the holes, all the surfaces on the top, and all the surfaces on the bottom. Should just leave you with the edge. One more. Okay. So this is the top plate. In making this assembly, we now know that we have to turn this into a component. So I'm going to create a new component and save this. I have already made one, so I'll call this like top plate 2. Okay. Work on creating the axle plate next.